Aw. Okay, the little deer family, aw, is not really that much of a thing we want to see out here. There's a woman that's been working here for a number of years, Rosemary, on looking at regeneration of the forest, because there's so many deer jammed into this little 41 acres that a lot of vegetation is just nipped down as soon as it gets started growing. And which is really unfortunate, because you want to replace your tree canopy. You've got so many invasive species in here that you need to have those native species get up above them and start casting some shade. But with the deer out here, they eat off all the young regeneration, so that's problematic. And Rosemary's been studying that for some time now. We also did a project out here when I was working with the commission to do some deer exclosure work and see how the vegetation responded inside the enclosures where the deer could not nip at them. So that's a problem in this location, is the deer will eat the young trees. They will also eat a lot of the native wildflowers. So if you're trying to restore the community and you have 41 acres that's also needed by every animal that's been pushed out of every other urban location, and they're all here. One gal was asking about ticks. That's another thing. You concentrate those deer, then you're concentrating, you know, a pretty healthy tick population. So who knows what I'll find when I drive back to Frankfurt. But that's a problem here, because you've got a man-made situation where these animals need to eat, and they go out in the surrounding gardens and you know, take care of business out there too. But this is their home ground, so they're going to really, you know, kind of have heavy pressure inside of here. But some things that are still around include this really pretty flower here. Does anybody know what this one is? This is mist flower. It's in the same family as the white snake root that we saw. And this time of year there's a lot of species that are in the composite family blooming. This is kind of their time to shine. And this species kind of handles the low light, but you'll notice it's on the edge of the trail, and where there's a little bit of a gap for it to get enough sun to do well. And another species that's right here that isn't anybody's favorite is Multiflora rose. This is a young one, but it'll overwhelm in a situation like this.
Invasive exotic.
Pardon me?
That is an invasive exotic.
It's an invasive species, yes. And it'll overwhelm in this location because there's enough sun for this to really start to do well. But I'm sure folks will get on that one, won't they, Tank? This is not a species you want, especially with little kids walking along the edge of a trail. The down curved thorns make it really hard to get it off of you, and it adds a little something by breaking off the tip of the thorn in your skin, so you have something to remember it by.
It's a parting gift.
Yeah, definitely a lovely parting gift.